Hello everyone. Just want to share a little message of positivity amidst this sea of crazy survival-minded news that we're seeing, whether it's from the mainstream circus or the truther, fear, alternative news. Whatever side you're pushing, you're focusing on, you're actually feeding the same agenda. Now, the only thing that the powers that be, or the non-powers that trick you, more like, the only power they have is to keep your focus on things that keep you in a dense vibe, things that keep you from going within and remembering you are far greater than the world which they tricked you into believing. So yeah, here we've been, me, my dad and Deo. We've been on our land for 2 months, haven't left. Got some wonderful people bringing food for us. And I've been through all sorts of ups and downs over this. I was ferociously looking into all the information on how they are finalizing their plan, these people, the Jesuits, whatever you want to call them, are in the final stages of a long plan. And you know, you've got to be blind to not follow the breadcrumb trail from the lies of the mainstream media to see the truth. But what is their actual aim in all this? Is it just to wipe everyone out? Of course not, otherwise they would have done it long ago. Their whole aim has been to create the narrative of the existence that we live in to an incredible extent. They've rewritten history. They've coded their own narrative in every single movie, most books, and yeah, it's a real mind blow. But no matter what path you take, if you truly follow it, you arrive to the same conclusion, that we truly have the power. And it's not only in the fact of the depiction of the pyramid, for example, that we're at the bottom of the pyramid, and if we all don't agree with what they're saying, disengage, then they fall down. It's not really like that. We're not at the bottom of the pyramid. We are the all-seeing eye. There is only points of perception in this realm and in all realms. That's what they are made from. So we have the power, sovereign power, each individual which finds their way back to themselves from this mirrored outer game, has the potential to find their way back and to remember that they truly have the power, and this is a game they chose to play, this experience in this realm that we call Earth. We all chose this. We knew that this was a dual experience where we would be caught in the game of black and white, and whatever we played with, we would be pulled outside of ourselves and we would forget who we are and where we came from, the source of all things. Now, every religion tries to do that. But when you start to see from within out rather than from outside in, you begin to see that there is a thread of truth in everything. Now, I appreciate a lot of the things that Jesus is purported to say, for example, but I can decipher very easily in the Bible what is there to control us. So it's essentially anything which pulls the power. And again, the only power anyone ever has is to make the perceiver believe that some power outside of themselves is what is driving them or is able to judge them. Now, in the Bible, for example, there are many beautiful heart threads of truth, and I'd really resonate with the Jesus character. He was an authentic being, but all throughout they have added threads which relinquish one's power to outside of themselves. Now, God is within. Everything is within. This is a stage, and that's the only power they ever have, is keeping your eyes on the stage. Now, once again, it's not about hiding from anything. You can decipher the stage once you've first gone back inside and you start taking the cues from yourself, because you are the king of your dome. This is your kingdom. So yeah, so you can go down any of these rabbit holes, but essentially it boils down to outside and inside, and of course everything is actually inside. It's all a trick of mirrors. They only have power through a trick of mirrors, and I've waited till this time to truly reveal myself, because so far this channel has been mainly focused on righting the wrongs that I was part of by pushing the vegan movement, which was a movement that disempowers human beings and makes them weak. But there are no sides. There's only the perceiver remembering that this is all a dance of life itself, experiencing, or the different vibration of that same perceiver believing he is a separate identity from existence. Identity, id means to split your entity from existence. So it's all there. It's written in the stars, it's written in the trees, and it's written in your heart. And this message is essentially to share that we are not in a horrible time. We are in an absolutely wonderful period of awakening. Now, are there not a bunch of madmen going around hurting children and wanting to kill many people and poison the rest and microchip and enslave people? They absolutely are. They absolutely are. And is there not good and bad in the stage? Of course. Of course. There is good and bad, there is good and evil, but from the inner standing of the perceiver as simply a source, a doorway to existence, which empowers the perceiver once more to take his cues from within. From that perspective, there is no grudge to be held. You simply remove yourself from the game by remembering who you are, and you stop feeding these people, and at the same time you remember there is nothing to fear because you chose to come here and you knew full well what it entailed. And in fact your only job was to remember how stupendously splendid you are, and in so doing how we all are, all us angels. We are all angels. All these stories are there to trick us into thinking, oh, it's only a movie, oh, it's only a religious tale, it's not me, it's outside of me. We are the angels. We are the children of God. There is not one child of God as in Jesus. That is total nonsense. Even he himself said that you shall do greater things than I. Now most Christians forget that point. They brush over it because there's some sort of self-defeating aspect. Oh, you must be humble. Well, the greatest trick of the ego is fake humbleness. Yes, I'm going to try and not go off too much because there's so much to share. But the main message is you are the one you seek. You are the light you seek. The light is shining out of your eyes, out of your eye, out of your heart. And if this troubles you, if this doesn't fit with your vibration, please move on. I'm not interested in people's trolling messages because there's no time left. If you want, you can live, we could each live in our own earth, our own experience of earth, but it's time now for the new dawn of humanity is coming back together into tribes and communities that are the way showers of the heart. They are the way showers of a new way of living, which we've been all along, deep down, but we've been playing out a mind-centered experience, a survival of the fittest experience. And the whole world changes depending on what eyes you have, when you realize, and you have real eyes to see. And it's nothing to do with these eyes. It's something to do with the heart. It's time to follow the thread of the heart, which can never be broken. So yeah, here's me revealing who I am. I've been holding back this side of myself for a while because I was scared of how people would take it, because the audience on my channel can be very in this dog-eat-dog vibration, and that's just not who I am. So it's time to part ways and connect with the people that are really with and understand completely what I'm talking about. I'm here to help. I'm here for you. This is why I came. I love you. Till next time.